Hello, I'm Vincent Lujan, and today I'll be analyzing the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to BlackRock, the world's largest asset management corporation. To start, I'll give some background information on BlackRock. Um, there it is. Okay. Uh, BlackRock was founded in 1988 initially just as a risk management company. It was founded by 8 partners that were all skilled in real estate, including the now CEO Larry Fink. In the late 1990s, they developed their Aladdin program that works as a digital portfolio and risk management system that they sell to many other companies for use today. They also went public with their stock shortly thereafter. Now BlackRock is the biggest asset management company with 70 offices operating in 30 different countries around the globe. And globally, they manage over $10 trillion worth of assets. Continuing on into the industry, BlackRock, just some history on the investment corporation industry. After World War II, America's economy had a big boost, which allowed for a lot of ordinary citizens to start investing their money. This is when you see the rise of major investment management corporations like Vanguard and State Street, and then later in 1988, BlackRock. BlackRock is an investment advisory and risk management corporation that implements technology to manage the assets of many other companies and individuals. Helping people retire is one of their biggest selling points as a corporation. As you can see in my diagram from Marcus Liu, a finance writer for Visual Capitalists, BlackRock owns a lot of shares in big companies we use every day. Looking to the future, we can see the development and investment into AI technologies within BlackRock. We can see this because they've already incorporated it into their asset management program called Aladdin, which I previously mentioned. They sell this program to other companies for like a monthly fee. I think it's the newest price is $45 a month for their Aladdin program. And it's just for individuals. It helps them invest and manage risk in their companies. One of the main strengths of BlackRock is its brand presence. You may not ever even hear about BlackRock, but many of the companies they own large amounts of shares in are used daily by millions of people globally. This ties into my second point, which is their extremely diverse range of investments. This just this diverse range of investments makes it almost impossible for them to fail in the market, and they have influence over many different markets, making them a monopoly in some cases. My third point is their use of technology, which gives them an edge in predicting markets, especially with their recent implementation of AI, which is able to do it faster and more accurately than previous iterations of their Aladdin program. Now talking about some of the weaknesses that we can see in BlackRock. Some of the internal and external weaknesses that BlackRock has. Just my first example is their high attrition rate, meaning that after new employees are trained, they are likely to leave the company within 5 years, according to Aditya Shastri, leader of the Business Development Department at the Indian Institute of Digital Education. Their second weakness is the fact that they not only compete with other investment companies like the before mentioned Vanguard and Fidelity and State Street, but they also compete in the tech industry with companies like NVIDIA and just other AI companies that are developing their own AIs to do financing. They stay on top with their extremely diverse portfolio, though, which just they invest into a lot of these companies like NVIDIA. They own large amounts of shares in. Um, BlackRock faces a lot of criticism. This is their third weakness that I've found in my research. They face a lot of criticism with how they fund many of the big fossil fuel companies. Shastri even mentions how critics say they are worsening climate change. BlackRock's main weakness here is finding the balance between appeasing the masses with maybe some policy changes in what they invested and appeasing their major stakeholders, which could lose money if they stop investing in fossil fuel companies like this. Looking at some of the opportunities BlackRock is already looking into as a company. As I mentioned, BlackRock faces a lot of protests because of their current investments into big fossil fuel companies. But with the development of electric vehicles in just recent decades, they've began to shift into investing into autonomous vehicles and electric vehicles, even making its own exchange-traded fund on their iShares platform. Uh, their second opportunity that I found in my research, BlackRock has also started using AI to predict the outlook investments and manage risk. They even implement it into their Aladdin program, which it's kind of a game changer for them. They're one of the first companies to start using AI in this kind of way. This use of technology is a brave step for them, which could lead to even bigger successes in the future. Continuing on the topic of technology implementation, BlackRock has also begun using more online marketing through platforms like X, formerly known as Twitter, to reach new markets, especially younger people that are planning to retire. They're just trying to market to my audience, I suppose. Now looking at the threats to BlackRock. As I've already mentioned twice, maybe three times now, BlackRock faces competition on two fronts. The investment front from companies like Vanguard, and the technology front, more specifically financial technology, which in a lot of the articles I found they were referring to it as fintech, which companies like State Streets, they have a platform called 6 Cents, which is also it's kind of like their BlackRock's iShares, where they can do trading on there, and they're also now implementing AI, which is it's a big step for that company. Um, they also face the potential growth of more government regulations regarding the environment's protection, which could hurt some of their investments into things like fossil fuel companies and car companies. According to Vivek Jacob, an entrepreneur for Startup Talkie and many other websites, these government regulations could be detrimental to BlackRock's profitability should they arise. Thirdly, they could also be impacted by negative PR they receive from environmentalists and conspiracy theorists. Obviously, environmentalists have an argument against their investments into companies that contribute to climate change. But online conspiracy theorists, you'll see them online, and they spread false information about BlackRock and fearmonger the masses. These people fear BlackRock just due to the fact of how vast their portfolio is. Just they have a lot of stakes in many of the items we use every day. It's a big corporation. They control a big part of the world. Now on to some of my strategic recommendations for BlackRock. Overall, looking at BlackRock, uh, they're one of the most successful companies on the planet, and I've learned a lot from them just in my research. But they definitely need to address concerns regarding the environment to be even more successful and reduce their backlash, just any negative PR. Um, they could also continue investing into putting resources into AI and digital marketing to grow their investments and attract new customers from newer generations. And to conclude, BlackRock, oh, my bad, my apologies. So, to conclude, BlackRock is one of the biggest investment corporations in the world, and their push to innovate in the industry is what keeps them on top. But if they want to stay on top, they should definitely invest and innovate their technology while addressing issues in the environment to appease lawmakers and the people. This is my works cited, all of my sources. Thank you for watching.